Hello, this is Liz. This is my Let's Play of Mass Effect 1. 2! We're in 2 now. And I'm joining you from Freedom's Progress. And I have made a change to my Shepard's face to try to make him look more like he did in Mass Effect 1. So that's the best I could do. Not sure if I'm gonna like it. I might have to redo his face again. But, I like mods. Mods are nice. Mods can, help quite a bit. One of the benefits of working on a computer as opposed to a, this is where it goes into,
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
It does, actually. This is where it goes into, like, horror territory. Mass Effect 2 and 3 has a lot of horror elements in it.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
No, I didn't think there was anything up here. Okay, so they're gonna attack us when we open the door, I think. Ah, spare parts. One thing I don't like about Mass Effect games that I like with Dragon Age Origins, press tab, everything highlights. In Mass Effect, it's just harder to find things, and if you're not really careful, you miss some things that are really important. There we go.
That sounds like defensive specs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled in the colonies.
Oh.
Hostiles! Gotcha!
More over there. Yep.
Shoot them before they take out your shield.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Actually, I don't think in any of this game you ever find regular mechs that are actually working as intended. I'm gonna keep my eye out, but I don't think you do. They've all been reprogrammed and to be evil. And I'm really glad I made that decision to get rid of all the minigames.
Detected.
Let's see. Oh! Here it is, charge. Okay. So, I'm not playing with a controller, so this is going to be a little more, a little more annoying. So charge is 2? Nope. Nope.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
He looks so much better. I'm so glad I did that. He looks a lot better. I'll prove it's really me, Tali.
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
We're doing Paragon right now.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Why did he come here?
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
We need to team up.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
I know why she hates Cerberus, but I'll ask her.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Absolutely, Tali. We're gonna work together. I think he'd look really good in that white and yellow armor from Mass Effect 1, so I think I might change his colors.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
The red and black is classic, but I think I might fool around with it a little bit.
There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks
Yeah,
for the warning.
there they
We'll
go.
take care of them.
They've seen us.
Is that the only one? I guess so. Yes, I can change my gun loadout. Okay, so I have a machine pistol, a shotgun, and a heavy pistol. I don't know. Does it say that I'm proficient in anything? It doesn't. Okay.
Use overload on him.
Enemy down!
Okay, use overload on him.
There we go! Enemy down! One less! Enemy down! Enemy down!
I gotta get the hang of this
Praza
one.
and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Okay, so our current objective is that way. I remember that. Fine. Okay, can we get rid of that? Hold left shift, that's what I'm doing. Can it go away now? Okay. Well, that looks like a little shooting gallery right there. So let's overload that one.
Perfect!
Target down!
And her ability's not quite charged up yet. It only took off half my shields. That's alright.
Nice! Hurry, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Okay. So they
Take
want
point,
me to put
Shepard.
here
We'll cover the door.
and here.
Going to ground!
Ah!
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Okay. Well, that's not where we were. We just were. Okay, so I probably should get something other than this. And you should probably overload him. And then maybe weak against armor. I've already done my weak against armor. Effective against armor, okay.
Clear the blast zone!
There we go. Alright, I think... Yeah, we'll go in here first, because that's not where our objective is. But we won't talk to Tali just... Yeah, we'll talk to Tali.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Okay, so... Need to frisk everything because they do hide things. Oh, there's some more power cells there. And that's how we get our heavy weapon ammunition, but I don't need to fight anything else, so...
We can use this.
There we go, heavy weapon ammunition. Refined iridium, we won't really need that. I was hoping to find a weapon around here, but I don't see it. So let's go up to the door.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
You're safe now.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We weren't here at the time.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
See, I find it really unrealistic that Shepard would have grown up and served in the military for so long without knowing what a collector is. But let's play along.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in
They
person.
usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Tell me about the swarms then.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
How do you escape them?
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Okay, tell me about the collectors again, I guess.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
Okay, Vitor, back to normal. Resume the other conversation we were having. I don't remember what it was.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
Thanks, Vitor.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You should join us, Tally. She's not going to until later, but you should.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
What is your mission?
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Okay, well then Vitor goes with Tally. Because I'm doing Paragon.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Kind of reminiscent of the first one.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
Having friends does pay off.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
He already knew.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Okay, tell me about the Omega-4 relay.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Alright, why are they interested in humans?
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
That is a puzzle. What are transactions? Okay, I don't know what this relates to, so let's just try it.
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
One thing I would say is, I don't know where I've read this. I don't know if it's in the Codex or some of the books that go along with Mass Effect. There's some comic books and there's some regular books with Mass Effect. I've read everything. But the cigarettes that he's smoking are some sort of herbal cigarettes that have all the bad stuff taken out of them. And I kind of want them. What aren't you telling me, elusive man?
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
I can't do it alone. But I'm gonna do... I don't know if I want to say agreed, because that's like saying that I'll work with him. Like, we need to take the fight to them. I'm gonna say...
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I did. I had a great team.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Right. Tell me about Caden.
Where's Caden Olenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Give me Tally.
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
And my bro, Garrus. My space boyfriend.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
I don't care about the era.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm a Spectre.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
We'll be ready.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Is that an order?
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky. with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
That's it. I'm putting a model of the Normandy on my wish list for Christmas. Yeah.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
I would have liked to have actually called it something else. I don't know what. They don't give you the option. So our summary, we gained 2 squad points. Collectors confirmed as source of attacks on Freedom's progress. Quarian survivor Vitor returned with Talizora to the migrant fleet. We'll examine his Omni-tool data for anything useful. We got some heavy weapon ammunition. The power cell technology, used by heavy weapons is fairly old, but can be improved by rebuilding the core with more modern components. These improvements allow standard power cells to yield more shots per power cell and allow for more total shots to be fired. We got 10,000 credits. Usually, the level that you find, the amount you find in a level will match Cerberus funding. So if there's a mismatch, you probably haven't found all the credits on the level that you can. And we found some iridium.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
I'm a little worried that the lips aren't syncing up properly and it's being caused by one of my mods. I've only got the 3, like I say, and nothing should be causing that. But I'll just keep an eye on it. If it keeps going, we might take off 1 or 2 of the mods. Good point.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Yep, Joker's not gonna like this.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
Alright, is there anyone on the ship that I need to talk to?
I'm guessing it takes more than just the 3 of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Use the galaxy map to pick new destinations for the Normandy. I think we know all that. Use your private terminal to get status updates on your squad. And there's our armory. We don't really need to use it. It'll always ask before each mission anyway. Then the lift to access the Normandy's other decks. And the captain's quarters. And I can't wait to go there. Tech lab. You can't access that until you get Morden. That's the professor. Okay. Got a lot of journal entries. Zaid is a DLC character. Kasumi Goto is a DLC character. Altera, I think it's a DLC. I don't remember. And then Project Firewalker is DLC. Then the Codex has been updated with the Normandy SR2. And I got only 2 Paragon points. That's just upsetting. But I do have 3 of these. You usually get a couple for each mission. So in order to get this one, I need to get another point. So I'm just going to leave that for now. For our journal, I'm going to mark all viewed. Yes. So we've got Stop the Collectors. That's the main mission. That's the whole game. The Master Chief, that's Katsumi. Like I said, DLC. Zaid is DLC. The Council. While never completely supportive before, it might still be worth contacting the Council and informing them of recent events. Need to go to the Citadel. The Professor, Morden Solus. Ask Arya about Morden. We don't know Arya yet. The Warlord traveled to Corliss in the Emir system. But we kind of need to pick up... Find Archangel. We kind of need to pick up the Professor so we can start upgrading our... And then the Convex and Archangel. Start upgrading our weapons and stuff. So the Project Firewalker again is DLC, and so is the Crash Site. I won't do those right away. Just when I feel like it.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Just gonna head up to Joker. This is my favorite layout of the ship, Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 3 is a bit weird. Mass Effect 1 is a bit too simple.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Going for Paragon.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Let's talk to Edie.
Yes, Shepard.
I know what this room is. Let's talk about you.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What's your job?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
What are they?
Restricted functions. Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
What's cyber warfare?
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
That is impressive.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Tell me about the monitoring devices.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's talk about something else.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Tell me about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What are their resources?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
A block.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Okay. You tell me about the structure of Cerberus. I mean, that's pretty interesting in itself.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Yeah, I knew that. How many cells are there?
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Of course. Okay, building the Normandy.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Really useful. Another topic.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Tell me about the cockpit.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
Goodbye.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Let's see if the Joker has anything else to say.
Commander.
Let's talk about this mission.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
Let's talk about the squad.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Yeah, you can ask him this at any time. The mission, what he says about the mission doesn't change until you're pretty substantially end of game and you've upgraded the Normandy as much as you can. The squad depends on who you took out in the last mission.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
How about the old crew?
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
How are things in the cockpit?
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
Cerberus disagrees.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I love me Joker. Okay, so this is cool. You can close this. I have no idea why you would even want to.
Primary systems clear.
This is us in whatever space, the Mass Effect space it is, where you can see the... God, what would that be? Like the Cherenkov radiation or something?
Sorry, that was supposed to go to my earpiece.
If you hang out here long enough, he says all sorts of weird things. Okay. Controls. I'm getting all the codex entries. Not that I'm going to read them. Okay, there's the lift. Don't want to go in there just yet. I'm going to go back here. Oh, Tech Labs. That's where Morden is. Or will be. I have weapons locker. And here. This is what I was going for. And this is where you call your crew in and you discuss things. I'm not going to talk to Edie about it. If you played the game, you already know anyway. And the amazing, amazing bits of the ship. That's the engine. Vibrating. Very cool. And you get to see outside of the ship a bit more, which is really nice. Do I want to talk to Joker at the moment? Not really. I don't think it's really useful at the moment. What I do want to do is go up to my... Oh, I need to speak
Commander,
to...
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I know. Let's talk to Yeoman Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
The pleasure is mine.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Why not?
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Let's chat.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What do you do?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Is that all?
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You're a counselor?
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
Okay, it's good you're here, I guess.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
What do you think of Cerberus?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
Don't they hate aliens?
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
She is very loving. Let's see what investigation... Okay, so we're gonna go with the loving bit.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
She loves a lot of things. Are you happy here?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
We won't.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
If you flirt with her, she takes care of your fish.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I think that's everything.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
You get just as much Paragon points for that as you get Paragon points talking to the Elusive Man. That's just sad. Look at my pathetic amount of Paragon points. I need a lot more. Okay. Let's look at the team. We only have Miranda and Jacob. I don't think... Yeah, we're gonna put her in that. I don't think... Yeah, Jacob doesn't have another outfit. And then we've got all these people. We've got the veterans. So Zaid Masani has combat, survival, tactics, and protection. He's stopped taking work recently. He was last seen on Omega. His reputation as the premier bounty hunter in the galaxy has caught up with him, and he is rumored to spend his days drinking and shooting would-be rivals. There's none better in a fight. He's not a good guy. The professor, Dr. Morden Solis, biological weapons expert, light weapons training with Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's all about the Special Tasks Group, STG. Dr. Morden Solis is a Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the key to countering collector attacks. He is currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. Archangel, a small unit tactical has small unit tactical expertise. He's an Omnitool expert and a noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. So there's 3 that we need to get at Omega, which is why I usually go there first. Dossier, the Warlord, Dr. Okir, millennia of combat and strategic experience, rumored familiarity with collector technology. He's a brilliant Krogan warlord and a Krogan rebellion's veteran. He's obsessed with saving the Krogan from the Genophage. It appears he contacted the Collectors to gain the necessary technology. Currently at a Blue Suns camp on Corliss, his relationship with the mercenaries is unknown. So, what they don't tell you in Zaid's biography is that he was the head of Blue Suns. So I'm definitely taking him to go talk to Dr. Okir. The convict Jack. Exceptional biotic ability. Note, criminal background, currently in custody. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic. Little else is known, but the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the subject's release. We should probably do that a little bit later, just so we have a little bit more experience. Maybe a few more weapons as well. Dossier, the Master Thief. Cassimi, sabotage, infiltration, extraction, property acquisition, stealth, agile combat. This subject has stolen extremely valuable resources from Cerberus in the past. Alarm systems, DNA encoders, guards, and various other deterrents were bypassed, and we don't know how. She was last seen in the Citadel. She's excellent at infiltration. She's got a really great skill. What I'll probably do is go to Omega first, then the Citadel, and maybe do Cassimi's mission because it's quite easy, and then go to Dr. Okir, and then go to Jack. Upgrades. Can't access them yet because we don't have our Morden Solis. So, new messages. Message from Anderson. From Counselor Anderson. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, you needed to come talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put me on this council, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. I guess what we've been hearing is the rumors are true that you actually are alive. Zaid Messani. From the Elusive Man. Shepard, we've reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zaid Messani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee, I've taken care of that personally. So he's been paid to come with you. Lost contact with survey ship. From Project Firewalker, that's DLC again. Commander, the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead, planet-side exploration rover. The Hammerhead is their answer to the Mako, and it is... I mean, the Mako is so much better than the Hammerheads. We can have this discussion if you'd like, but I'm convinced. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert Oloy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, our survey team, and the doctors. The MSV Rosalie was last seen near planet Ziana. Alista Ismar Frontier. So it says Project Firewalker, but I don't think at this point we know what Project Firewalker is exactly. It might be in the codex. I might look at that later. Normandy crash site. From Admiral Hackett. Commander Shepard. Our scans in the Armada system have turned up something we thought you should see, the final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' family might find some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander. It's Admiral Hackett, and he isn't wasting any time. As soon as he found out the Shepard was alive, here come the tasks. Recon hoods. From the Elusive Man to Shepard, it occurred to our armor technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. I've seen it. I don't like it. Overlord, from the Elusive Man. Shepard. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ite. Typhon system in the Phoenix masting cluster. Please use care in this matter. That's DLC. We'll do that quite late. Arc projector. From the Elusive Man. We recently had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts in Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take advantage of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to the Normandy's armory so you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicate it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works. Now we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If it all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. I'm not going to use that particularly early because it's good against synthetics. We won't go up against them soon. And then we got stuff about Kasumi Goto. Is there more here? Yes. From the Elusive Man, Shepard. At great cost and effort, we have tracked down the Master Thief, Kasumi Goto, and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She's unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zakara ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password "Silence is Golden" to begin the rendezvous. And then, an Ascension. Financial services. Ascension means that you ascended to a new life. Your account. Hello, Commander Shepard. This is from Stanek Dobbs, banking agent, Ascension Financial Services on Earth. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, the subsequent change in status and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100,000 credits. That is a tenth of what we had. We had 1,000,000 credits, and they've given us 100,000. I'm so mad. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. I bet you do. You want to just scam me out of all my money. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We will find the best life insurance rates and coverage to fit your needs. Reply for a free quote today. And did I... Oh, okay, I need to click on all these. Okay. It should have a little green light on it when there's unread messages. Let's go up the lifts. And Edie...
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
You have a beautiful fish tank. I love the fish tank. I don't know why it's so compelling. We can view our trophies here. Not a lot yet, but we might get some. We've already looked at our private terminal downstairs. And I'm going to customize my gear. I want to go for a white tint. Yes. And then yellow. Can we do yellow? And then let's make the pattern color yellow as well. What do you think about that? We're gonna go with that for a while. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? We haven't got any other of these. And my casual appearance, that just looks like a dress, doesn't it? I don't like that. Really don't like any of the options. I think it's gonna have to be that for now. I might get bored of that and change it later. I'm not gonna turn the sound on because it's hard to turn it off. Okay, that's my cabin. This in Mass Effect 3 is a much nicer bathroom. But I have an actual mirror. That's nice. Can't take a shower though. Let's go to the crew quarters. And here's my favorite lady.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Why are you here, Dr. Chakwas?
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
What can I do for you, Dr. Chocolates?
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll get you another one.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
You left the Alliance to join Cerberus?
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Hey, I'm with her. I would go on a starship in a heartbeat.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
And you joined Cerberus?
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
I love you, Dr. Chakwas. Why aren't you a romance option?
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I think that's it.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Excuse me.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you need anything?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
They're all wearing the same outfit as I am. I guess that's alright. I guess I'll keep the one I've got on, because that means I'm part of the crew. How can I help?
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What are your responsibilities on the ship?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
You're the janitor and the cook?
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
It's disgusting. What are your thoughts on working for Cerberus? Most of these people are really positive about it.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
And why did you join?
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Okay. Talk to you later, old man.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
One of my favorites.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Gunnery officer, huh? I wonder who that is. Okay. And here we have Miranda. She has a cozy little spot with her own window and her own whatever that is. Storage, a bed, and a really nice couch that you can find in Mass Effect 3. Alright, Miranda, talk to me, woman.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Normandy status.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Okay, what do you do here?
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
Let's talk.
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Tell me about Cerberus.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
It's really ridiculous seeing her in that armor and that in that chair. But I really don't like the white suit. What are your goals?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
The Elusive Man is in charge, but I'll ask.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the Elusive Man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Okay. I've already asked Edie this.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the Elusive Man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
Tell me about the Elusive Man and his cigarettes.
What can you tell me about the Elusive Man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
That's what he thinks.
Are you military or political?
Sorry.
Cerberus has several but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try
What can you tell me about the Elusive?
And you've seen more. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
His goals and what he perceives humanity's goals are sometimes differ, Miranda.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You are cocky.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
She's all about her genetic modifications. I think it holds her back as much as pushes her forward.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
So, you're perfect.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Never really been a huge fan of Miranda. She's okay. She's okay. I'm kind of... I wouldn't say that I'm like her, but I can understand why she is the way that she is.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Fair enough. Okay, so that's all we can access at the moment. And all we've got right now are these two guys. I'm just gonna go look at the engine really quickly. It's way different than the first Mass Effect with the spinning, rotating thing. I kind of like the engine and the design in Mass Effect a little bit better. It's a little bit more awe-inspiring than this like shivering globe. But this is still pretty nifty. I don't know why they've got... What's up there? Oh, I know what's up there. That's Saeed's room. Okay.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Hi, guys.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
We've got the same haircut.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
You see my scars. The interesting thing is that the more Paragon you get, the less scars you have. The more Renegade you get, the more scars you have. And I've watched my husband do a pure Renegade playthrough, and it gets really intense, and your eyes start glowing red, and it's pretty cool, really. It's one of the main benefits of going Renegade.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Wow. But you left the Alliance?
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
That's fair.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
How about Gabby?
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Alright, you guys, how do you feel? Did I ask this? No, I didn't.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
I like them. They're really pure in how they're approaching things. They know Commander Shepard is going after the Collector, well, going after the oh, now I've forgotten. The Reapers. They know the Reapers is the main threat, are the main threat. And so they've signed on for the ways to go to attack them. And you know what? I think there's something admirable about that.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why don't you have them? I mean, Cerberus did everything they could with this vessel.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Alright.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Okay, I guess I better go talk
I'm
to...
amazed Shepard came down to see it.
I told you he would.
And this is where... this is the... I think Edie tells you.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
There's our shuttle right there. You see it hanging up? It's weird. Sometimes if I push a button, he goes in a different direction. Like there. I push this button. Oh, okay. I'm just setting off all the doors. He won't go the direction that I choose immediately. It's kind of strange. Oh, I need to talk to Jacob. All right, fine.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
It is a risky assignment.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
Like...
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past.
It's
but
true.
If the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
No, I don't think that that's true. I think that when we kill all the collectors and destroy their base, I don't think Cerberus is treated differently. I think they go really weird, go rogue.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything. Commander, can I help you with something?
Let's talk about the mission.
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
Okay, opinion of the crew?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
How about service after the Alliance?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
I like how Shepard was like, yeah, peeing in black trousers, that's like, yeah, I totally get it, man. I totally get it. It's like, what?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Fine, I don't want to talk to you anyway.
We'll talk later.
I seriously
Commander.
didn't. I don't like Jacob because if you're female and you go out with him, he cheats on you. Like, what? Alright, so we're gonna go to Omega with the 10 minutes we have left. So this red one here, that takes you to the collector base. So that's the very, very, very last thing we're gonna do. Aha, okay. It's like, why am I not moving? Oh, we're in Omega anyway. Okay, well, I'm just gonna fill my fuel up. 5 fuel. Whoop. It's gonna take a bit of time to get used to this again. Can I buy more fuel? Come on. There we go. I might as well buy all the probes. So this system, one of the things that I really do like about Mass Effect 2 and 3, it'll tell you how much of this you have left to look at, which is cool. And you can go, you can see your ship moving around in the system, which is kind of silly actually, because your ship wouldn't move at all like this. You go straight through the sun, and we can explore all the planets. Urdak, close orbiting brown dwarf. Most red-brown dwarf binary systems have an average separation of 8 astronomical units. The Sahrabarik system is about 12 billion years old and has long since used up the deuterium used to fuel fusion, so Urdak is not luminous like some brown dwarfs are. So, brown dwarfs are failed stars, basically. It doesn't have enough mass to actually have start the whole fusion process like a sun does. But it does get very hot, and so they get luminous. Urdak is a class L brown dwarf with a relatively low temperature of 1,300 degrees Celsius, but its heat and gravity have made it unpopular for development. There are rumors that the heads of several of Omega's crime syndicates maintain private residences on various moons. Whatever the truth of the matter, battles between syndicate vessels are often observed around the ring plane. News outlets on Omega maintain satellites at Urdak's Lagrange points for real-time coverage of these battles, which garner high viewer ratings. The orbital period is 1.3 Earth years. And of course, the day length for gas giants are usually quite low. I'm not going to read all of the planets, just the more interesting ones. I think they spend a bit more time in this game describing them. So most of the Mass Effect 1, it just says, yeah, this is a gas giant. This is a standard methane ammonia gas giant. They use helium-3 fuel to refuel their ships going to Omega. And I'm going to scan and launch probe.
Launching probe. In research projects, platinum is used to
How
upgrade
about
sniper
that?
rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
That's brilliant. Okay, I'm so glad I downloaded that mod. I really hope it doesn't screw up my game. Alright. We've got a small little, tiny little planet here. Binder. It's in the deep cold of the outer solar system, so it's just an ice ball. Gonna scan it. Wow, look at that.
Probe launched.
I've almost got them all filled up already. That's crazy. I spent a lot. Okay, so you can see that Sabra barrack is 100% now, so we'll just go to Omega. And we won't be able to stay there long, but we'll start it. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid. It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy with the head of the giant, really. It's the big thing that they've tunneled out. And this could actually work in practice if it's a big enough asteroid. Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original, elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There's no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. 7.8 million people, let's just call them people, souls, live on this tiny little rock. The orbital distance is 2 astronomical units. The orbital period is 7 Earth years, and it is 44.7 kilometers long. It's not very big to house 7.8 million people. In reality, these huge rocks would have broken up by now. That many rocks so close together, they don't last very long. They get ground up. Alright, well we don't really have much of a choice, so we're gonna add Miranda and Jacob, and we're gonna accept our squads. I've only got 3 squad points. I want to get charge. And I also want to get Shockwave, but I'm gonna do that later. Miranda and Jacob don't have any squad points because I've already leveled them up. And now we can choose weapon loadout. I'm gonna keep the grenade launcher, so I'm just gonna exit it because we don't have real choice. Oh, look at his armor. I love it.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Relax.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Mordin Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Okay. So we need to go to the afterlife anyway. So they give us a map. They're so generous. We've got a map of Omega. Very nice. It's quite big actually. But the main areas that you really need to look for are the afterlife. You don't even really get to go in here. I mean, sort of, but not really. Well, yes, you can go in lower afterlife, but it's... What am I talking about? Of course you can go here. You can't go to the afterlife. You can go there one time. And here's the markets. And then you have the quarantine zone. You have to take a shuttle. That's what they say anyway. So basically, it's a bar, markets, and then you have to take a shuttle to the... and I forgot that Zaid has yellow armor, so this is kind of funny.
Please, you have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. I hear we have a galaxy to save.
How much do you know?
I assume you've been briefed.
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Okay, who's this dude?
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive raids even.
Please, I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
That's quite a face Zaid has, doesn't he? Tell me about you and Cerberus.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
I didn't even see that, but one of his arms has a lot of tattoos on them. His armor is more orange than yellow, so I'm not too upset about it, but I'll probably dress him in something different as soon as I can. Okay, welcome aboard, Zaid.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
Nope.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Sure.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
I don't like that. My shepherd is, he's Paragon and he just like, yeah, go ahead. Shoot him in the leg. Join me later. See ya. I think he should be able to, like, object at some point. Alright, so I am a little bit over time. We'll end it here. Here's the afterlife. Oh, I can finally look back at my guys. Here's my guys. Here's me. Thank you for joining me for this part of the journey. Next time we're gonna go in Afterlife, speak to Arya, pick up some stuff. It's gonna be great. See you then.